Hello and welcome to You're Playing Tejo Wrong Part 2. I wanted to follow up on my last video with some extra stuff after taking some really good feedback from a lot of you guys. If you haven't seen my last video, go check that one out first. It's only 5 minutes. It should give you the context needed for the rest of this video. Hopefully you guys have been using the tips from that last one, because I have, and I'm doing pretty well. So hopefully you guys are too. Also, sorry this has taken so long. I've been super busy and then I got sick right as I started making this video, so apologies for that. Anyways, my focus points in my last video were particularly based on the attack side and how good Tejo can be on attack when we know how to use him. So in this video, I'm mainly going to be focusing on the defense side and how to use Tejo effectively when defending. This time, we're not just going to take my word for it, let's look at some VCT examples. I'm mostly going to be using Vitality and DRX as a base, because from watching Tier 1 this year, I've found that these two teams are by far the best at using Tejo, and it's not even close. Maybe after watching Grand Finals, Trent and G2 seem to also have a very good grasp of it, but I'm still going to be sticking with Vitality and DRX. So, using Tejo on defense. Actually having impact and being effective with your missiles is all about timing. The distance away from your missiles is very important, so spend some time in the range or in customs to get some ideas about the timing of the missiles. But more on that later. Using the missiles one on each entrance to try to stop people is not going to slow the opposing team down by much and only really going to give us a couple seconds. In the same way that using the missiles for anti-flood is pointless on attack, attempting to use one missile to stop players from coming into sight isn't viable either. So we have to get creative, stacking both missiles on one entrance and creating a trap for the enemies to fall into. Now in this first example I'm about to show you, there's quite a lot going on, so I'm going to break it down. Vitality want to fight for long control and delay DRX until they can go back to site and Viper ult. Safe wants information on his side of the lane, so he's going to use his drone to gain some info about DRX's whereabouts. Now Safe is actually walking with the drone here. He's doing this so that if his drone goes unseen, he will have info that DRX doesn't know that he has, which will give Vitality an advantage into the round. Now, DRX end up attempting to go through this Viper orb, which forces a reaction from Vitality. They immediately throw the Viper Molly and the Tejo missiles. The missiles thrown punish anyone for going through and isolates them from the rest of the team, because it forces them into this corner.
I'm in danger!
Which would give them a free kill if anyone went through, while their teammates can't run through the missiles and the Viper orb at the same time. So Vitality have effectively completed their round plan and forced DRX to go A. Tejo is so good at the moment that he can have great impact even when he's on the other side of the map. Here Vitality have started with Tejo on A, and he's still going to help his team on B long. If you're placing your missiles from very far away, they'll take more time to get there. But from an opponent's point of view, the red circle appears on the ground immediately, which you can actually use to your benefit. If you see here, Safe is on the other side of the map, but he still throws his missiles despite knowing they're not going to do any damage for quite some time. But the attackers don't know how far away Safe is, so they're forced to wait out the incoming missiles.
How long is this going to take?
Which gives time to Vitality to get into better positions and put some mollies down. Safe has actually given his team so much extra time simply just by being further away, so don't be shy to throw the missiles to help your teammates out when they're in a pinch. Just like my last video, using Tejo's util in combination with another agent is always going to be better than just using it alone. So here you'll see some great team play from DRX. Vitality are going to Viper ult inside of showers out onto site, but Hxnter has his Yoru ult. So what's going to happen here is Hxnter is going to pop ult, run through the ult in an attempt to find the Viper, so DRX can get rid of this Viper ult and win the round. Hxnter ends up finding the Viper in this little crevice back here, and Freeing is going to put his salvos, one just behind the Viper, and one just enough so that he has to go into the doorway. Freeing knows exactly what he's doing, so he immediately starts spamming the doorway, knowing that the Viper has to run into his bullets. This then drops the ult, which means DRX are able to trade out, leaving them in a 2v2, and they can easily win the round from here.
And Safe on an off angle, somehow Freeing wins it! DRX stay alive!
Just want to add a few things about using the drone on defense as well, it's very important. Re-clearing with drone. When seeing people on the other side of the map, or after the enemy team has gone quiet for roughly 30-40 seconds, this is a good time to pull out the drone from a safe spot, if you excuse the pun, and get some much valued information for your team. You can then use this information as to whether you need to stay on your site or stack the other site. And finally, again, I'm going to say this again, please take the extra second to line up the ult so it minimizes gaps. I'm fed up of seeing terrible ults because people are just rushing the placement and leaving little gaps that people can hide in, so the ult is essentially useless and they're losing the round. While this last clip just plays out, I just want to say thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, please leave a like and subscribe. I stream on Twitch a lot of the time. I'm usually co-streaming a tournament of some kind if I'm streaming. So please come find me there, and have a great day, and thank you for watching.
Creeping forward, but paying no credence to the Cubby. Bane will pick him up.
I need me a Bangkok in my butt. Okay, like...